you've seen all these viral edits on your feed. Today, I'm going to give you guys step-by-step tutorial on how to create the incredible edit of.
So to get started, we need to use the woodblock font. Since CapCut doesn't have this specific font by default, we'll have to download it, but don't worry, I've already made that easy for you. The font is available on my Telegram channel, so head over there and download it. Once the download is complete, open the file and click on Install. As you can see on my screen, I've already installed mine. After installing, make sure you fully close CapCut, then open it again so the font refreshes inside the app. Now go to Text, then Font, click on Preset, and scroll down through your system fonts. You'll see the woodblock font you just installed. Select it, and now you've got the Invincible style font ready to use. At this point, you can already customize it however you want, but now let's move into building the full effect. Now that we've got the font ready, let me show you how to actually turn it into this clean animated text style.
Might as well give up.
Start by creating the text that we need. Once you input your text, go straight to the font section and change it to woodblock. Now create all your text layers and repeat the same process for the rest. Make sure each text is on its own layer so you can control them individually later. Once that's done, let's move into placement and positioning on the screen. You don't want everything stacked in one place. Spread your text out so it looks clean and intentional. For example, I'm going to adjust mine because it looks a bit weird and misarranged right now. For this text here, I'll reduce the scale slightly and move it upward so it balances better with the rest. Small adjustments like this make a big difference. Always experiment with your placement and don't just copy mine exactly. Now let's move on to styling, which is where the Invincible look really comes together. I'll be using the Invincible theme colors yellow and blue. Start by selecting your main text and changing the color to yellow. Next, go to Stroke, enable it, and set the thickness to around 20 so the text stands out more. Then go to Shadow, reduce the blurriness to about 9, and set the opacity to 50. This adds depth and makes the text pop. Now apply these same settings to the rest of your text so everything looks consistent. For variation, take your last text or keyword and change its color from yellow to blue so it stands out more and adds contrast. Now let's add animation to bring everything to life. Select your text, go to Animation, then look for Elastic Glitch. Apply it and reduce the duration to about 0.2 seconds so it feels fast and impactful instead of slow. You can apply this animation across your text clips for consistency and slightly adjust timing if needed to match your video. For this part, start by enlarging your text so it fills more of the screen and feels more bold. Then adjust the spacing between letters. Focus especially between letters like I and M until everything looks balanced and clean. Once that looks good, change the text color to green. Then go to Stroke and change the stroke color to yellow so it stands out clearly. After that, add shadow, set the opacity to 50 and the blurriness to about 8 to keep it smooth. Now create a compound clip from this text. After that, go into Chroma Key, select the green color, and remove it completely. This is the key step that gives you that clean cut-out animated text effect that looks much more professional. And that's how to make the text animation of. Now let's move on to how to make overlay transitions like this. So now let's get our clips ready. Go to your second clip and cut the beginning part of it. Then take that cut section and place it as an overlay in between your first and second clip on the timeline. Now go to Remove Background, then select Cutout and isolate the subject or object. Make sure the cutout is clean because this affects how smooth the transition looks. Once you're done, create a compound clip. Then go inside the compound clip you just created. From there, drag the overlay clip back into the main timeline so you can edit it separately. Now go to Adjust Open Graphs and follow this exact curve adjustment to control how the light behaves during the transition. After that, go to Exposure and increase it to around 50 to create that bright flash effect. Now exit the compound clip back to the main timeline. Go to Transition, then add the white flash transition in between your clips. And there you have it. That's how to create a smooth overlay transition that blends your clips cleanly and makes your edit look more advanced. Now lastly, I'm going to show you how to create impact frames like this. So let's get our clips ready. Find the exact moment where the punch or impact happens, then stop right at that frame. Timing is very important here. If you miss it, the effect won't hit the same. Now go to Effects and add Shake. Follow exactly how I placed mine so it matches the movement of the impact. After that, add Neon Outline and B&W Sketch. Make sure these two effects are placed side by side and do not extend longer than the shake effect. Keep everything tight and sync to the impact frame. Next, add B&W Comic 2, but this time place it above only the Neon Outline effect, just like I did. This layering is what gives that sharp, stylized impact look. Now repeat the same process for every punch or impact moment in your clip. Now we're not done yet. The visuals are good, but without sound, it won't feel complete. So now let's add our music. I'll be using this audio as an example. Just make sure you use something that won't get your video copyrighted. But the most important part here is the sound effects. I've got you covered with that. You can check out my Telegram channel where I upload all the sound effects I use for my Invincible edits. The link is in my description, so go grab them and use them in your edits. Now head back into your project and import the sound effects. After importing, position each sound effect exactly where the impact happens so it matches the visuals perfectly. If you found this video helpful, drop a comment if you want a part 2. Don't forget to like and share, and most importantly, subscribe.